As I rode out on my old mare, one starry night, I stopped to stare at a strange appearance by the road. A prince transformed to a common toad.
"Pity me,"
said the warty toad.
"A witch has cast this heavy load upon my back. Please set me free, and I will grant you wishes 3.
Thank you kindly, I replied, but how's this knot to be untied? The toad looked up from 8 feet down and grinned at my poor puzzled frown. A strange thing on a toad to see, a smile as human as can be.
Along this road there stands a house where we shall find a spotted mouse, a tabby cat, an old black hound, and a cow asleep upon the ground. A horn you'll get from the sleeping cow, the black dog's nose and the cat's meow, her whiskers too and the mouse's tail. And these you'll tip into a pail of wine to make a special brew that I shall drink while toasting you.
And once my own coat I can wear,
I'll grant 3 wishes, this I swear.
Now, will you take me there with thee?
Oh, pity me, please set me free."
I bent down low, picked up the toad, then galloped down the London road. And just before the break of day, a house and grounds before us lay. A cat stretched on the garden wall. A black dog panted in the hall. A spotted mouse was also there, reclining on a rocking chair. A cow lay sleeping in a field, but to the mouse I first appealed. "Now, mouse," I said, "since you're awake, for your pink tail, what would you take?"
For my pink tail?
Well, for that, I'd want safe conduct from the cat and stacks of cheese, for I would lie in well-fed comfort till I die. Then off with toad and mouse behind, out to the garden, cat to find. Now, Tabby, what must I allow for all your whiskers plus meow? And also not to harm this mouse, for that the freedom of the house.
And more, a basket lined with silk, and every day my fill of milk. And also, dog must no more chase me up and down and round the place.
And so, with toad, mouse, tabby, cat, back to the hall where black dog sat. So, dog, how much do you suppose I must put by to have your nose? And also not to pester cat. What do you think you'd want for that?
Well, just to leave the cat alone, I'd settle for a weekly bone. But for the nose, when young I'd yearn for thick cream taken from the churn. Now daily I should want a cup, or more, until I'm quite full up. And lastly, I'm no longer young, I'm long in tooth as well as tongue. So, for the package to be tied, to seal the parcel, I would ride upon the back of yonder cow. For these things, you can have it now.
With toad, mouse, cat, and dog in tow, I went to bid the cow hello. "Now, cow," I whispered in her ear, "I need to wake you up, I fear. A list of things of you I'll ask, in order to fulfill my task, and so restore this common toad I found beside the London road." So, for his tail, mouse says he'll need no end of cheese on which to feed. And for cat's whiskers and meow, a stream of milk I must endow. And for dog's nose, cream by the cup, a treat he's pined for since a pup. And as he's old, he'd like to ride upon your back, so strong and wide. And lastly, I shall need a horn, just half the pair you've always worn. The list is long, but what do you think your price would be? Just tip the wink. The cow thought hard, and then she sighed.
"And if I should your needs provide, then I'd require to be owed 3 wishes by this warty toad."
3 wishes? That would leave me none. You'd surely leave me 2, or 1. The cow got up, then shook her head, and blinking, this is what she said.
"The horn, the cream, the milk, the cheese, the dog upon my back at ease. These things come dear, I'll have you know. I want what's due, I'll not go low. No, only wishes 3 will do. I won't concede for 1 or 2.
I looked down at the stricken prince. Well, you have heard the cow, and since she's asking for my wishes 3, what what will be left to give to me? The toad replied,
Please help me out. You'll be rewarded, have no doubt.
and in the end a deal was wrapped, a barrel brought and duly tapped, and soon a pail with wine was full. So crouching down, I gave a pull, and then another, and once more, and made a heap upon the floor of whiskers, tail, and black dog's nose. Then once more to my feet I rose, and having got the horn from cow, these items mixed with cat's meow into the wine, as Toad had said, they floated on it, bobbing red. Now dog on cow's broad back was sat, while mouse was cradled close by cat, and each with fondness eyed the other, as though related, sister, brother. Then Toad, with an enormous lunge, leapt in the bucket, took the plunge, and swam about and drank his fill of wine until he'd downed a gill. And suddenly before us stood a youth in green, dressed for the wood.
You've set me free, I give thee thanks. I'll play no more my elvish pranks.
For witches seem to take offence when none is meant, they lack good sense. Are you an elf and not a prince? I am, but thought you'd not convince yourselves to help me if you knew. We thought about it, it was true.
Then what about my wishes 3?
Asked Cow. Elf rubbed his hands in glee. Well, shame to say it, you're denied. With much regret, in short, I lied. With that, Elf sprang up on my mare and rode her off and left me there. Then Cow threw Dog down to the earth, and Black Dog howled for all his worth, as Cat seized Mouse in claws of steel and squeezed until Mouse gave a squeal. But soon they stopped, and looking round, advanced without another sound, to fix me with 4 pairs of eyes.
It's your fault that I've lost my prize,
Said Cow.
and it has cost 1 horn. For no return of half I'm shorn.
And I am cheated, me as well. I'm parted from my sense of smell.
And what of me, not dog or cow? I'm minus whiskers and meow. And what about my poor pink tail that's lying useless in the pail?
Please don't forget I've lost my horse. It's Elf who is the common source of our distress and all this woe. Now, let me be. It's time to go. At this, the creatures gave a roar and roughly knocked me to the floor. But as they jumped upon my head, I thankfully awoke in bed.